Are we conscious beings living in an imperfect and corruptible mind? Welcome back to The Spirit, your go-to channel for exploring the depths of philosophy and spirituality. Welcome to another video where we explore deep philosophical concepts and ancient teachings to uncover the truth about our existence. Today, we are diving into the idea that we are conscious beings living in an imperfect and corruptible mind. The theory that will challenge the very essence of our existence. Strap in, because this is going to be a wild ride. Imagine this: what if we are not living in a perfect, infallible reality, but rather within the confines of an imperfect, corruptible mind? Sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, right? Well, hold on to your hats, because we're about to explore the ancient texts that support this mind-bending theory. Let's start with the concept of consciousness. In many ancient texts, the idea that we are conscious beings living in a realm of illusion is a common theme. Take, for example, the Vedas of Hinduism, which suggest that our existence is akin to a dream within a dream. This perspective challenges the notion of a concrete, unquestionable reality and suggests that our experiences are fleeting and impermanent. In Hinduism, the Vedas teach us about the concept of Maya, which is often translated as illusion or the veil of illusion that obscures the true nature of reality. According to the Vedas, the physical world that we perceive with our senses is not the ultimate reality, but rather a distorted and imperfect reflection of the true reality. This idea suggests that our minds are constantly deceiving us, presenting us with a distorted version of reality that is full of imperfections and limitations. But where does the idea of a corruptible mind come into play? Well, let's turn to the teachings of the Greek philosopher Plato. In his allegory of the cave, Plato describes a group of prisoners who are chained in a cave, only able to see the shadows of objects cast on a wall. These prisoners mistakenly believe that the shadows are the true reality, when in fact, there is a whole world outside the cave waiting to be explored. Plato explores the concept of the soul in his work, particularly in this famous allegory of the cave. Plato describes this group as prisoners who have been chained in a cave their entire lives, only able to see the shadows of objects cast by a fire behind them. The prisoners mistake these shadows for reality, until one of them is freed and sees the true world outside the cave. Plato uses this allegory to illustrate the idea that our perceptions are limited and that the true reality is beyond what we can see and experience. So, how do these ancient texts support the theory that we are conscious beings living in an imperfect, corruptible mind? Well, consider this: if our experiences are fleeting and impermanent, and our perceptions of reality can be easily distorted, then it stands to reason that our minds are fallible and susceptible to corruption. Likewise, these ancient texts support the idea that we are conscious beings living in an imperfect and corruptible mind. The Vedas and Plato both suggest that our perceptions are limited and that we are easily deceived by the world around us. They argue that our minds are prone to creating illusions and distortions, leading us to believe in a reality that is not truly real. But if our minds are imperfect and corruptible, then what is the true nature of reality? According to these ancient teachings, the key lies in transcending the limitations of the mind and connecting with our higher consciousness. By letting go of our attachments to the physical world and our distorted perceptions, we can begin to see the true reality beyond the illusions of Maya and the shadows of the cave. Fear not, dear viewers, for there is hope. By recognizing the limitations of our minds and embracing the imperfections of our reality, we can begin to see beyond the shadows on the wall and venture into the unknown. It is through this journey of self-discovery and introspection that we can unlock the power within ourselves and transcend the confines of our imperfect minds. In conclusion, the teachings of the Vedas and Plato offer us valuable insights into the nature of our consciousness and the imperfections of our minds. By reflecting on these ancient texts and exploring the idea that we are conscious beings living in an imperfect and corruptible mind, we can begin to uncover the truth about our existence and strive towards a deeper understanding of reality. So, the next time you find yourself questioning the nature of reality, remember the ancient texts that remind us of our consciousness and the corruptible nature of our minds. Embrace the imperfections, challenge your perceptions, and find the power within yourself. Thanks for joining us on this mind-bending exploration. Until next time, keep searching, keep questioning, and keep seeking the truth. Stay tuned for more thought-provoking content, and be sure to like and subscribe for more videos on philosophy and spirituality. Remember, the path to the true source, by connecting and aligning with one's higher self, the true self. Until next time, stay curious and keep